Let me tell you about my typing teacher. I don't remember his name, but I remember this. You know those guys in the 50s that wore black ties, white shirts, there were short sleeve black slacks, black shoes, buzz cut, and black rim glasses, maybe a little chunky? That was him. And this is how I first saw black people getting hosed and attacked with dogs from the civil rights era. He showed us this. I was the only black person in the classroom, and he showed it as a Monty Python kind of joke. I remember everybody in class laughing, and he was like instigating the laughter. Like, oh, you gotta watch out there. Look at that. Oh, he slipped and fell off that water. Watch out. I remember sitting there watching it and being like, what the fuck is going on here? Pissed. And I decided right then and there I wasn't going to learn how to type in this fucking class. And I didn't like this guy. And this is bullshit. I remember saying, this isn't funny. I remember walking out of the class. And I remember sitting the rest of the semester in that class and not doing any of the work. But that was my introduction to seeing the civil rights when they were hosing down the black people, the Negro people back in the day with the water hoses and the German shepherds. That was the first time I really saw it. And when he showed it, it was like a assembly type thing in the classroom where you used to get excited to see movies in class because you could go to sleep or whatever the hell. And he presented it in that way and made it like it was a joke. This was back in the 80s. And I just remember being so pissed off. You know, a footnote. Hell, I didn't really even know I was black on a certain level till a little bit before that. And I'll tell you that story. I was with my mom. Before then, this day when I was with her, I really wasn't self-aware. We were out somewhere, going to a mall, I think. We were in her 68 Camaro. And I remember it was a parking space she wanted. Somebody else wanted the parking space. It was a white guy. She got the space before he did. And he got pissed off and got out the car. And he comes to her window. He's like, you know what? You're a nigger. And you know what else? I think your son in the back is a nigger too. I'll never forget those words. And I remember when he was coming over, I locked the door instinctively for some damn reason. I was in the back seat. I think I was like, 10. Something like that. But I remember for some reason I locked the door when he was coming over. And she was fumbling with that damn lock. And I just always have wondered since that day if I hadn't locked that door, you know, it kept her from getting right out. What happened after that was she got out the car. She finally did get out. And what came to pass after that was a bunch of cussing and yelling. She called him a nigger. She said his mother was a nigger. And he took it personal. For some reason, she, stripped him down mentally. Don't you call my mother a nigger? And you're a nigger. And she's like, no, you a nigger. And your mama's a nigger. And I just remember that whole day tripping off of how she had done that. But she was so lost in anger. I remember wishing my pop was there. They divorced when I was 9. And remember kind of hating that she had done that. Definitely hating that the white guy had done that. But it was one of those days where I wasn't even aware about these things and the level I was after that. You know, there's incidents in your life when you're a Negro that make you very aware of what you are. The world definitely introduced you to yourself. I got introduced to it a lot in Shady Park. I remember I was going for Boy Scouts. Never mind the stuff that ensued in that house. I was already going through a lot of mental stuff in that house. But they were calling me Brownie Scout. For some reason, there was just no black people in that neighborhood. And I really didn't think about it. But I remember sitting in the Cub Scouts meeting, and all the little white kids, the boys, were like, you know what, you're a Brownie Scout. And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? I'm a Boy Scout. I'm here to be a Boy Scout just like the rest of y'all. Yeah, but you're brown. You're a Brownie Scout. And I didn't even think of the cleverness of it, because the Brownie Scout's a girl. I didn't even know that then. Plus, I'm a brown male. It was horrible and clever at the same time. But I just remember I didn't want to be a Boy Scout after that. I stayed in for a little while longer, but, that area, some sick stuff went on around there. They did things the way they would come at you as a person. I didn't really mean to get into a whole racial rant about it, but I just want to put some more background into this Shady Park thing. By the way, my mom used to always tell me her stepdad, because that wasn't her real dad that she stayed with on Shady Park, because she stayed there before I did, got the house at a discount because of the incident. Now, I don't know if he knew about the incident, but I'm sure he did. The kind of man he was. He knew about the incident. He got it at a discount. So it was her stepsister, and her stepbrother. And she said that she had these dreams that she could not move. She'd wake up, but she couldn't move. And she said she'd feel like she was dreaming, but she was awake. And she said the air would feel thick, and she tried to scream and couldn't scream. More to come.